AI hype is at its absolute maximum with huge amounts of fear and equal amounts of excitement. We have people like Dario Modi and Sam Altman telling us that all jobs are going to disappear and every single business is going to be disrupted by AI. But there's a huge contradiction in the numbers. In this report by MIT, we see a 90% failure rate of the businesses who are trying to apply AI into the core of what they are doing. They are failing to get a return on investment. Huge piles of cash are being invested and destroyed through these AI initiatives that are going wrong. This is the foundations for the next big economic bubble. But just like the dot-com bubble of the 1990s, it doesn't mean that the tech is not valid and that the disruption won't continue to march on and change everything about the way business is done. We saw companies like Google, Meta, and Amazon emerge from the ashes of the dot-com bubble. And we're going to see companies who create new products and experiences enabled by AI that fundamentally transform the way the world works. So if 90% of projects are failing and 10% are succeeding, what did the 10% who succeed know that those who fail don't? AI isn't about chasing the flashy projects and the state-of-the-art models. Every single business has access to GPT-5, Claude, DeepSeek, Gemini, and hundreds of open source models that are flooding the market. The technology is not your moat. You can't brute force an AI project to be successful. Instead, the most forward-thinking entrepreneurs know something the others don't. It is not about the technology. It is about finding the right problems to apply this technology to that creates wild value for their customers. We're working with entrepreneurs like Daniel Priestley, who owns some of the UK's fastest growing companies, and he knows this to be true. It's not about building giant projects that try to unemploy whole departments in your business. It's about focusing on the problems your customers have and trying to create more value for them with these AI agents. It is laser focused, small, fast, cheap AI experiments that you're going to build, integrate, and iterate on that is going to transform your business completely. As we shift from the information age into the age of intelligence, that is the age where businesses have access to AI agents that do meaningful work for them, there is a key skill that entrepreneurs must possess that enables them to build valuable agents, get the return on investment, and become one of the great disruptors of their industry with this new technology. The entrepreneurs who have the skill of uncovering the right problems to solve and apply AI to, and ignoring most of the things that they could do, are going to be the ones that really get the win. They get the result. They get the return on investment. They're going to be the ones that start the AI agent flywheel, this process of building an agent that grows their company faster, that lets them build the next agent that grows their company faster, rinse and repeat again and again, and they grow so fast that their competition will never be able to catch them up. And this isn't luck. Innovation in your business is not luck. It is a repeatable process. And I've built out a framework called problem scouting that enables you to do this time and again. When I was younger, I was told by my teachers that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and you should use them in that ratio. It is the exact skill set that I developed that let us uncover millions of pounds worth of new revenue in the businesses I worked with just by talking to and listening to our customers and team members. That is all problem scouting is about. I'm going to walk you through this framework of how you are going to uncover your highest return on investment AI agents that you can build. So what is problem scouting? This framework is the way that you slow down and uncover the near infinite pile of problems that exist within your business. These are the potential projects that you could undertake, the potential agents you could build to solve those problems. And you analyze those problems, you prioritize those problems, and you execute them in a roadmap of transformation for your business. Other entrepreneurs are throwing AI at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's why they get the 90% failure rate. You are going to operate in a much smarter way. You're going to develop the skill of prioritizing what you spend your limited time, energy, and resources on. You're not going to try and build 10 agents at once. You're going to build 1 agent at once. Deploy it, get the return on investment from it, rinse and repeat. This framework was built because I saw a problem. People would come to me, they'd have 100 ideas of things that they wanted to build, and they didn't pass the sniff test. I ask 3 questions about any agent that we want to build. Does it solve a burning hair problem? That is a problem that is pressing, urgent, and unignorable. It is painful, like having your head on fire. Does this solve a burning hair problem for one of your customers or someone internal in your business? 2, does it unlock a core constraint in your business? There are certain things that are holding your business back. There is a core constraint in your business. If this AI agent directly addresses the core constraint and lets you reach the next level of growth, size, then you should build this agent. If it doesn't, you should throw it onto the pile of good ideas and let it sit there. You'll probably forget about it in a couple of months' time. And does it create 10 times the value for your customers? The entrepreneur's job is very simple in the world of business. Create value. Create as much value as you can. The more value you create, the more you get to capture back as a percentage of profit that flows back to your bank account. If your AI agents aren't increasing the value that your customers get from your business, you shouldn't build this project. You'll end up like Klarna, firing all of their support staff and having to walk it back as you realize you made the product and service worse, losing you money. Problem scouting boils down to 3 clear steps. It is not rocket science, and any of you can execute on this method. First, you must analyze, uncover the problems. Go and speak to your managers, your senior team leaders, but most importantly, the people on the ground running the processes that function in your business. They understand what is going wrong, why it's going wrong, and I cannot tell you the amount of gold I have found by speaking with people who are closest to the customers. Then you are going to prioritize. Entrepreneurs suck at prioritization. You don't have unlimited resources. You can't build all of these agents at once. So we've got to find the highest leverage focus for you and your business. We do this with the RICE framework. This stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. Reach is how many people does this problem affect? Is it 1 team member but thousands of customers? Is it hundreds of team members but 1 customer? Start to put a number. How many people does this directly and indirectly affect within your business? We want to find projects that have the highest reach. If this is a problem for more people, it's probably a more painful problem. Impact. This is how painful this problem is, and we want to give it a rating. If it is a showstopper, it grinds the process to a halt, it stops us working with a customer, it causes churn, we rate it as a 3. If it's a small minor annoyance, it's something that can be dealt with or worked around, we rate it as a 0.25. You want to build agents that solve the highest impact problems for you and your business. Confidence. All we're doing is with a percentage between 0 and 100 is rating how confident are we in our numbers in the reach and impact columns. If we know the number of customers it reaches, we're more confident. If we're a little bit uncertain, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 1,000, we give it a lower confidence score. And this tries to help us focus on the projects that we're most certain is going to give us that return on investment. And then finally, E stands for effort. How big or small is this project? If this agent is going to replace an entire department of people, it's probably a very large project. Give it a high effort score. If it is a minor process, sending an email, updating a spreadsheet, then it's probably a very low effort project. And what we want to do with the RICE score is focus on the highest reach, highest impact, highest confidence, lowest effort projects that could transform our businesses. You're going to take the top 12 of those projects when you look at all of the RICE scores and stick them into the roadmap tab within the framework worksheet. This is going to be your transformation roadmap that you're going to work on in step 3, which is execute. You cannot just read about push-ups to get fit. You've got to do them. And you can't have an AI first business without building any AI agents. You're going to have to get in there, roll your sleeves up, partner with people who can build these things, and focus on one project at a time. Design it, develop it, and deploy it. What we say here at Minimal Viable Launch is the true skill in AI is to bridge the gap between your pilot projects and pushing it all the way through to being development ready. AI is messy, especially in an enterprise level environment. You must test and refine. And if you're not doing that, you are never going to have an AI agent that is reliable enough to do something in your business that impacts the customer. What you are not going to do is trying to transform your business all at once, automating everything in one go. If any of you have ever worked in a business that's gone through a digital transformation, you know it sucks. Nothing works, nothing gets finished. Instead, we're going to channel our inner ship of Theseus. This idea that we're just going to find the creakiest plank on your ship in your business, and we're going to fix it one agent at a time, again and again and again. And over the course of the next few years, you're going to look back and realize that you transformed your business from the inside out. You have a completely different machine now that you've built all of these agents. That is the ship of Theseus approach. One project at a time, one transformation at a time, not everything all at once, which just results in mess and chaos. If you want to execute on this problem scouting framework, I've built a free resources pack for you that has the interview sheets on how you're going to structure these interviews with your managers and team members. It's got the prioritization framework in there so you can put these projects in and use the RICE framework to get that score. I've put it in the pinned comment on this YouTube video. You can go down there, click the link, download it, and start to execute on this. I promise you, if you do this process, you will uncover literally millions of dollars worth of innovation that can be undertaken within your business. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you may like this one too.